Chances are you've made up your mind about buying Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, but for the undecided, there's a debate about value, not quality. Would you pay nearly full price for the opening hours of Skyrim? And how much value can you take from the first chapter of Dark Souls? In its defence, Ground Zeroes is designed to be replayed, with a sandbox ripe for experimentation, but not everyone will be motivated to play beyond the short main mission. At £29.99 on PS4 and Xbox One, and a more reasonable £19.99 on PS3 and 360, Ground Zeroes delivers around 4 to 6 hours of content on a single playthrough. That's about 90 minutes for the main mission, and a further 5 side ops lasting around 30 minutes each. A skilled player can speedrun the main mission in around 15 minutes. Check out our speedrun video on the CVG channel for proof. Kojima Productions will argue that the duration is prolonged through replays and score chasing, which is true to a certain point. However, less committed players may not care about their completion time, alert status or non-lethal takedowns, let alone Paz's 12-part audio diaries. Length aside, this is an excellent, no-frills Metal Gear experience, and one that's never looked better or been more accessible, which bodes well for the full-blown MGS5 likely due in 2015 or possibly later. The main mission takes place in 1975 within Camp Omega, an American black site based off the coast of Cuba. You play as Big Boss, voiced by Keitha Sutherland, who does a good job not to disappoint the David Hayter fans. Sent to rescue 2 soldiers, Chico and Paz, the story leads directly from 2010's PSP Peace Walker, and there's a slightly confusing plot recap in the main menu. Unusually, there aren't many cutscenes, and you've seen most of them via the official trailers. Dramatic conclusion aside, the most interesting new plot content is hidden in the cassette tapes found by completing the side missions. But Ground Zeroes sandbox steals the spotlight. The controls are a welcome refinement with nods to Far Cry and Splinter Cell. Newcomers will find it more accessible than MGS4, yet veterans can still exploit old tricks. Camp Omega lets you approach targets from any angle, or call in chopper support for covering fire. Big Boss can spot and mark soldiers using his binoculars like in Far Cry, giving them an X-ray outline and tracking their movements on his iDroid device. The volume of guards keeps things challenging, and the new time-slowing Reflex mode gives you a few seconds to react after being spotted, which makes things surprisingly balanced. Assists and on-screen markers can be turned off, earning new score bonuses, and stealth is your best option. But the ability to run and gun makes alerts less stressful. Instead of the traditional countdown clock, guards will investigate Boss's last known position. Radio chatter and X-ray vision makes tracking enemies easier, and if you can move beyond the search net with no witnesses left alive, the alert is dropped, which sure beats hiding in a locker. Sneaking is vital in the 5 side ops. The main story's darkness is replaced with bright daylight or eerie dusk. Enemies can spot you from further away, and new mission objectives demand you stay out of sight, or at least leave no witnesses behind. One side-op mission sees Boss taking out a pair of assassins located somewhere on the base, who escape if the alarms go off. The side-ops missions vary in quality, however. One tasks players with taking out 3 anti-air emplacements in a fairly mindless action sequence, and there's an on-rails helicopter level that offers 15 minutes of target practice, complete with explosive barrels and a VIP to protect, which offers limited challenge. Hardcore fans may consider £29.99 a fair price for sampling Kojima's open world, but even those who unlock everything will probably finish the game wishing for more. Less committed players face an even bigger purchase conundrum, and one that isn't easily justified. Value aside, Ground Zeroes looks fantastic, with impeccably balanced systems and exemplary production values. It's a fantastic advert for Metal Gear Solid 5, if not Konami's pricing decisions, and we'd be delighted to hear your views in the comments below.